Are you tired of feeling like you're never good enough because you're constantly comparing yourself to others? Imagine breaking free from that cycle and finding true peace and confidence in who you are. In this video, we're diving into the powerful teachings of Stoicism to help you stop comparing yourself to others and embrace your own unique journey. Step 1. Figure out what or who makes you compare things. Being aware is the first step to getting over comparison. You can't change something you don't see. Think about your daily life and ask yourself, when do I want to compare myself to other people the most? Do you feel it when you look through social media and see pictures of your friends' trips, promotions, or new relationships? Or maybe it's when you hear about a coworker's success at work, or when you're with your family and everyone seems to be doing great things. Self-awareness is very important in Stoicism. According to the Stoics, we should always be aware of our own thoughts and feelings and not judge them. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote a lot about how important it is to know yourself. He told us to be mindful and think about how we respond to things going on around us. When we know what makes us compare things, we can start to deal with them better. Once you know what sets you off, you need to look into it more. What is it about these people or events that makes you angry? Do you feel like you're not good enough, afraid of losing out, or like you should be further along in life? Figuring out why you're comparing things is important because it often means you have greater insecurities and needs that aren't being met. For instance, if you feel jealous when you see other people doing well in their careers, it could mean that you're not happy with your own. If the relationships of other people make you feel lonely, it could mean that you need stronger connections in your own life. When you understand these deeper problems, you can deal with them directly instead of letting similarities take over. The idea of trichotomy of control is very important in Stoicism. We learn to divide things into 3 groups: things we can manage, things we can change, and things we can't change. A lot of the time, comparisons are something we can't change. We can't change other people's lives or what they've done, but we can choose how we react to them. By realizing this, we can change our attention from what's going on outside to how we feel inside, which is where real peace and happiness live. To begin, write down your triggers and the emotions they make you feel. If it helps, write them down. Knowing what makes you compare things is the first step to taking conscious steps to stop doing them. Keep in mind that becoming aware is the first step to making changes. We can't change our habits and way of thinking without it. Step 2. Daily write down your strengths and accomplishments. Step 2 is to think about your skills and what you've already done well. We often compare ourselves to others because we forget how valuable we are. We get so caught up in what other people are doing that we forget about the things that make us special. Self-reflection and being thankful are very important in the lessons of Stoicism. The Stoics thought it was important to see the good in ourselves and say nice things to ourselves. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote a lot about how important it is to keep your sense of self-worth and appreciate your growth. He told us not to always want more or be jealous of other people, but to be happy with what we have and who we are. Every day, write down your skills and accomplishments. This will help you stop comparing yourself to others. There's no need to brag or boost your ego. This is about truly recognizing and appreciating what makes you unique. Think about the things about yourself that you're proud of, like your skills, experiences, and traits. Anything from being a good listener to having a strong work ethic to being a friend or family member who cares. It could also include specific things you've done, like finishing a hard job, picking up a new skill, or getting through a tough time in your life. Note these things down and think about them often. Grab your list and read it every time you want to compare yourself to others. It will help you remember the great things about you. This practice will help you stop thinking about what you don't have and start focusing on what you do have. This will help you feel grateful and accept yourself. It's also important to remember that everyone has their own skills and weaknesses. The person you are comparing yourself to might be great at some things and bad at others. Everybody has their own road and problems to solve. You can boost your self-esteem and make comparisons less powerful by focusing on your skills and accomplishments. Remember that your goal is to get better today than it was yesterday, not to beat other people. No matter how small your growth is, be proud of it and keep working to get better based on your own standards and values, not someone else's. Step 3. Limit your social media use. Third, cut down on how much you use social media. There are a lot of comparisons on social media now. We can see endless highlights of other people's lives with the swipe of a finger, which can make us feel inadequate and set impossible goals. Stoicism tells us to watch what we put our minds on and be careful not to lose our peace of mind. One of the great Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, said that we should be cautious about the people we let affect us. He taught us that the things we read and watch shape our minds, and if we are constantly exposed to things that make us compare ourselves to others, it's no wonder we feel unhappy and nervous. It's important to keep in mind that social media often shows a filtered view of truth. People talk about their best moments, accomplishments, and happy times, but they don't always talk about their problems, failures, or everyday things. It is not only wrong, but also bad for your mental health to compare your whole life, with all of its ups and downs, to someone else's highlight reel. Start by making limits on your time on social media to lower its effect on your self-esteem. This could mean limiting the amount of time you spend in front of a screen each day, unfollowing accounts that make you feel bad about yourself, or even stopping altogether on social media. Instead, focus on things that make you happy and content, like spending time with family and friends, doing hobbies, or taking care of yourself. Change how you use social media is another good thing to do. Instead of just passively taking in information, use it with awareness. Follow accounts that make you think, teach you, or support your beliefs. Have deep conversations and make good connections with other people. Remember that social media should be used to connect with others and learn, not to stress out and compare yourself to others. You can bring more good things into your life by controlling how much you use social media and being aware of the content you see. You get more control over your feelings and thoughts, which helps you stay focused on your own path and goals instead of what other people are doing. Step 4. Show gratitude every day. Being thankful is a strong way to fight comparison. When you think about what you are thankful for, your mind moves from what you don't have to what you do have. This simple but powerful shift in viewpoint can change the way you think and stop you from comparing yourself to other people. The Stoics thought that being thankful was very important. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about what he was thankful for in his works. He was thankful for his teacher's help and the support of his family and friends. He knew that being grateful isn't just about being thankful for the good things in life. It also means finding value in the hard things that happen because they give you a chance to learn and grow. To make being thankful a daily habit, write down 3 things you are thankful for every morning. They don't need to be big or important. A good night's sleep, a warm cup of coffee, or the company of a friend could be all it takes. The important thing is to think about and fully enjoy the good things in your life. Saying thank you for your own qualities and deeds is another powerful practice. Something you're proud of that you did not long ago. What traits do you have that have helped you get through tough times or reach your goals? Take note of these things and be grateful for them. Being grateful also means being aware of the present moment. When we are too focused on the past or the future, what we haven't done, what other people have done, or what we think we should have done, we tend to compare. Mindfulness and gratitude practice bring you back to the present, to the here and now, which is where real happiness lies. Start small if it's hard for you to be thankful. Writing down what you're grateful for every day can help you stay on track. This will train your mind to focus on the good things in your life over time, which will make it easier to avoid the urge to compare yourself to others. Don't forget that being grateful doesn't mean ignoring your problems or acting like everything is fine. It's about noticing and enjoying the good things in your life, even when things are hard. By developing an attitude of thanks, you make yourself stronger and build a strong base of inner peace and happiness, so similarities don't matter. Step 5. Set personal goals based on your values. The fifth step is to make goals for yourself that are in line with your values. It's easy to compare ourselves to others when we haven't set out on our own road. We look to other people for approval and direction because we think that if we get what they have, we will be happy and satisfied. But this is the wrong way to do things. Living a life that fits your own values and goals, not someone else's, is the only way to be truly happy. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to the things we can change, like our deeds, our goals, and our attitudes. The Stoics thought that the only real good was living a good life based on reason and personal values. They said to set goals that are true to who you are instead of goals that are based on what other people have done or what society says is right. To make goals that matter, you should first figure out what your core values are. What's really important to you? Is it getting better as a person, being creative, helping other people, or something else? Once you know what your values are, you can set goals that are in line with them. These goals should be clear, measurable, and doable, but they should also be hard enough to push you to grow. If growing as a person is important to you, you could set a goal to read a certain amount of books each month, learn a new skill, or meditate every day. If you want to help people, you could set a goal to volunteer regularly or start a project that helps the people in your neighborhood. It's important to make sure that your goals are really yours. Don't make goals just because they sound cool or because you think they will make other people admire you. Instead, pay attention to what makes you happy, complete, and gives you a sense of meaning. When your goals are based on your values, comparisons from other people are less likely to change your mind. It's clear to you where you want to go and why, and you know that your path is special. Because you know that other people's paths are different from yours, it's easier to enjoy their successes without feeling bad about yourself or jealous. Setting and achieving personal goals also makes you feel good about your own self-worth and accomplishments. Every little step you take forward shows that you are making progress and are committed. This boosts your self-esteem and makes you less likely to compare yourself to others. Step 6. Be grateful for your unique journey. The last thing you need to do is value your unique journey. Life isn't a competition or a race, and everyone has a unique road. It's okay if what doesn't work for someone else doesn't work for you. Life is beautiful because it is different for everyone. We all have different situations, points of view, and paths we take. Embracing our uniqueness and being happy with the way things are what Stoicism teaches us. In the big picture of life, the Stoics thought that everyone has a special role to play, and it is our duty to do that part as well as we can. This means that we accept ourselves completely, with all of our flaws, successes, and mistakes. Every time you start to compare your path to someone else's, tell yourself that you are exactly where you should be. All of your life's events, good and bad, have made you who you are now. Your problems have taught you how to be strong. Your losses have taught you how to be humble, and your wins have taught you how to be thankful. Do not wish for someone else's life. Instead, be thankful for your own. No matter how slow or small it seems, be proud of your progress. Don't worry if your road doesn't look like anyone else's. Take it as your own. Don't forget that life is a trip, not a finish line. The goal is not to reach some impossible level of success, but to live each day with meaning, honesty, and happiness. Be kind to yourself and be patient. Know that it takes time to grow, and that time varies for each person. When things go wrong, be kind to yourself and remember that setbacks are a normal part of the trip. They don't say what you're worth or what you can do. Being grateful for your own unique journey will free you from the need to compare. You know that your worth doesn't depend on how you compare to other people, but on how honest you are with yourself. Your path is unique, and you know that. That's something to be proud of and thankful for. Overall, it's not easy to stop comparing yourself to other people, but it is possible. The Stoic way of thinking can help you become more self-aware, grateful, and at peace with yourself. Pay attention to your own accomplishments and skills. Make goals that matter, and enjoy the journey you're on. Remember that you are valuable regardless of what other people do with their lives. Accept your path, live with purpose, and enjoy being who you really are.